Laboratory Manual. A laboratory manual is a comprehensive guide that provides instructions on conducting experiments in a laboratory setting. It ensures that experiments are carried out safely and systematically. Components of a laboratory manual. 1. Introduction. Overview of the laboratory, its objectives, and the types of experiments to be conducted. 2. Safety precautions. Guidelines to maintain a safe working environment, including personal protective equipment, PPE, emergency procedures, and handling hazardous materials. 3. Equipment and materials. A detailed list of the equipment, materials, and reagents needed for each experiment. 4. Experimental procedures. Step-by-step instructions for conducting each experiment, including setup, data collection, and analysis. 5. Data analysis and interpretation. Guidelines for analyzing and interpreting data using statistical methods and graphing techniques. 6. Troubleshooting. Solutions for common problems encountered during experiments. 2. Laboratory instructions. Provide specific, detailed steps for conducting a particular experiment. They guide the setup, execution, and analysis of experiments. Components of laboratory instructions. 1. Objective. Clearly state the purpose of the experiment and what it aims to demonstrate or investigate. 2. Materials and equipment. A list of all materials, chemicals, and tools required for the experiment. Procedure. Step-by-step instructions to ensure the experiment is conducted properly. 4. Safety precautions. Specific safety measures for the experiment, including the use of PPE and any emergency procedures. 5. Data collection and analysis. Guidelines for recording data and analyzing results, including methods for statistical analysis and graphing. 3. Importance of laboratory manuals and instructions. 1. Ensures safety. Clear safety guidelines help prevent accidents and ensure a safe working environment for all. 2. Promotes consistency. Standardized procedures ensure that experiments are conducted consistently, producing reliable and reproducible results. 3. Facilitates learning. Manuals and instructions provide structured guidance, aiding students and researchers in understanding experimental techniques and concepts. 4. Enhances efficiency. Streamlined instructions reduce errors, improve productivity, and save time during experiments. 4. Best practices for creating laboratory manuals and instructions. 1. Clear and concise language. Use simple and precise language that is easy to understand for both beginners and experienced users. 2. Step-by-step instructions. Provide detailed instructions, breaking down the experiment into manageable steps. 3. Visual aids. Incorporate diagrams, flowcharts, and images to enhance understanding and guide users through the procedures. 4. Emphasize safety. Highlight safety precautions throughout the manual to ensure the well-being of those conducting the experiment. Conclusion. Laboratory manuals and instructions are essential tools in ensuring that experiments are conducted safely, efficiently, and consistently. They play a critical role in promoting learning, facilitating research, and ensuring that laboratory activities are carried out with a high standard of safety and accuracy. This presentation structure is designed to provide a clear and concise explanation of the laboratory manual's purpose, components, and best practices for creating effective instructions. Achievement test in science. An achievement test is a vital tool for school evaluation, primarily used to measure the instructional process and the progress of students in the subject area. These tests are used by teachers to assess the achievements and success of students in a particular field of study, such as science. Classification of achievement tests. Achievement tests can be classified into two main types based on their method of construction. 1. Standardized tests. These are tests in which the same test is administered in the same manner to all test takers and graded in the same way. Examples: MDCAT, USATT, LAT typically involve objective type questions. Written paper-pencil tests are commonly used. 2. Teacher-made tests. These are created by individual teachers based on the curriculum and instructional content. Can be written, oral, or practical tests. Includes both easy type and objective questions. Comparison of standardized and teacher-made tests. Teacher-made tests. Given and graded the same for everyone, custom built by individual teachers. Mostly written and objective questions may include oral and practical questions. Examples: MCAT, ETIT, US8, LAT can vary in format and type, written, oral, uniform in terms of difficulty and content, varies based on the subject, level, and teacher's preferences. Construction of achievement tests. Creating an achievement test involves several steps, each of which ensures that the test is accurate, reliable, and effective. 1. Planning of the test. The first and crucial step is to plan the test thoroughly. The following factors should be considered. Subject. Focus on the specific content of the subject, e.g. science. Level of students. Ensure the test is suitable for the grade level, e.g. 6th grade. Content. Identify the topics that need to be covered. Define the objectives the test aims to assess. Maximum time and marks. Determine how much time is allotted and the total marks for the test. 2. Preparing the design for the test. The design phase involves several decisions. Weightage to the objectives of the test. Assign appropriate weight to the learning objectives. Weightage to content. Ensure content is proportionate and balanced. Weightage to the type of questions. Choose between objective, short, and long answer questions. Allotment of time and marks. Estimate how much time each student will need to complete the test. 3. Blueprint example for 6th grade science test. Class, 6th grade. Time, 90 minutes. Total marks. SHA 45 blueprint example, summum. Objectives, O. Short questions, S, L. Total marks, to write the questions. Key objectives, number of short questions, number of long questions, marks allocation. Preliminary draft. After planning, the next step is to write the questions according to the blueprint. During this phase, write clear and concise instructions for each question type. Ensure all questions can be answered within the allocated time. Arrange the questions based on difficulty level. Editing the draft. Once the questions are drafted, editing. Review and edit the draft for any language errors, unclear wording, or incorrect difficulty levels. Expert review. It is essential to have the test reviewed by experts to ensure clarity and accuracy. Tryout. Finalizing the test. Before finalizing the test, trial run. Conduct a trial to check if students can complete the test in the given time. Setting arrangements. Ensure proper arrangements such as good lighting, ventilation, and space for invigilators. Stress management. Take steps to minimize student anxiety during the test. Answer sheets should be scored using a pre-prepared scoring key to ensure consistency. Final draft. After reviewing and correcting the test, prepare the final version of the test, incorporating the suggestions and changes based on expert analysis. Ensure the layout is easy to read and that students can easily follow the instructions and questions. Conclusion. An achievement test in science is a critical tool for evaluating students' understanding and knowledge in a subject. By following a systematic process for constructing the test, from planning and designing to trial and final drafting, teachers can ensure that the test is effective, fair, able to accurately assess students' achievements. This structure provides a clear and detailed outline of the importance, classification, and construction of achievement tests in the. Here is a table of specification blueprint for the 6th grade science test based on your provided information. Table of specification for 6th grade science test. Cognitive level, content area, topic, long questions L. Total marks, properties of matter, basic science concepts, e.g. properties of matter, states of matter. 3 questions, 1 mark each. 3 marks, comprehension, understanding, plants and animals, e.g. classification, life cycles. 2 questions, 2 marks, application, use of knowledge, human body systems, e.g. circulatory, digestive. 2 questions, 1 mark each, 2 marks. Analysis, interpreting information, energy and environment, e.g. types of energy, conservation. 1 question, 2 marks. 2 marks synthesis, problem-solving, creativity, scientific method, experiments, e.g. conducting experiments, observations. 1 question, 5 marks, 5 marks. Evaluation, judging, justifying. Ecosystems, e.g., interactions within ecosystems. 1 question, 2 marks. 2 marks total, 9 questions, 1 mark each. 2 questions, 5 marks, 45 marks. Explanation, knowledge, focuses on the recall of basic facts or concepts. The short questions test the student's ability to remember facts. Comprehension measures students' understanding of concepts in context, such as their ability to describe or explain scientific phenomena. Application tests the student's ability to apply knowledge to new situations, like using facts to explain real-world phenomena. Analysis asks students to analyze information, such as interpreting data or breaking down complex systems. Synthesis encourages students to create or solve problems using the information they have learned. Evaluation asks students to make judgments or decisions, often about the impact of human activity on natural systems. This blueprint ensures that all areas of the science curriculum are assessed, covering a range of cognitive skills from simple recall to higher-order thinking. Here's a refined version of your presentation on reinforcement in microteaching. Reinforcement in microteaching. In microteaching, reinforcement plays a crucial role in shaping and improving teaching behaviors. Microteaching is a teacher training technique where educators practice and refine their teaching skills in a controlled, small-scale environment. The process provides immediate feedback, allowing teachers to adjust their teaching methods and behaviors to become more effective. Types of reinforcement in microteaching. 1. Positive reinforcement in microteaching. Purpose. The purpose of positive reinforcement is to encourage desirable teaching behaviors by rewarding them. This helps motivate teachers to continue using effective techniques. How it's used. Positive reinforcement is applied when a teacher demonstrates an effective teaching technique. For example, when a teacher successfully engages students in an activity, receives praise or encouragement from peers or mentors. Benefits. Builds the teacher's confidence, encourages the repetition of effective behaviors, reinforces good teaching practices leading to continuous improvement. 2. Negative reinforcement in microteaching. Purpose. Negative reinforcement aims to encourage the teacher to avoid certain ineffective behaviors by removing or reducing something unpleasant. How it's used? Negative reinforcement is applied when a teacher demonstrates ineffective practices. For example, when a teacher uses an unclear explanation that confuses students, feedback might be given to stop that approach, encouraging the adoption of a clearer method. Benefits. Helps teachers recognize ineffective behaviors. Encourages improvement by suggesting better strategies. Enables teachers to make adjustments for more successful teaching techniques. Conclusion. Reinforcement is an essential aspect of microteaching, providing a structured approach for teachers to learn and grow. By utilizing positive and negative reinforcement, teachers can enhance their teaching practices, ultimately leading to more effective and engaging classroom environments. Through feedback and reflection, teachers can continue to refine their skills, ensuring ongoing professional development. This structure should provide a clear and concise explanation of how reinforcement works in microteaching and its benefits for teaching development. What is educational broadcasting? Educational broadcasting refers to the use of broadcast media such as radio, television, and digital platforms to deliver educational content. It is a powerful tool that enhances learning by providing access to educational resources for a wide range of learners, including those in remote or underserved areas. Historical perspective, origins, and evolution. 1. Early beginnings. Educational broadcasting traces its origins back to the early 20th century, with radio and experimental television transmissions used for educational purposes. 2. Expansion and innovation. As technology advanced, educational broadcasting evolved to incorporate new mediums like educational television, satellite communications, and digital streaming platforms. 3. Adapting to the digital age. The rise of the internet and mobile devices has enabled educational broadcasters to reach wider audiences and deliver content in more interactive and personalized ways. Types of educational broadcasting. 1. Traditional broadcasting. Television programs, direct teaching programs, designed to directly teach specific subjects in a classroom setting. Enrichment programs supplement classroom learning with additional information on various topics. Documentary programs explore real-world issues and events, often with a focus on education and social change. Radio programs, lectures, and talks. Experts discuss various topics, providing in-depth information. Drama and storytelling use storytelling to convey educational messages in an engaging way. Quizzes and competitions stimulate interest and encourage learning through interactive formats. 2. Digital broadcasting, online courses and webinars offer flexible, self-paced learning opportunities with video lectures, quizzes, and discussion forums. Mobile learning apps allow learners to access educational content on smartphones and tablets, enabling learning anywhere, anytime. Educational video platforms. Platforms like YouTube host a vast array of educational videos covering a wide range of subjects. Benefits of educational broadcasting. 1. Improved learning. Educational broadcasting presents information in a way that is easy to understand and helps students learn effectively through visual and auditory materials. 2. Accessibility. Educational broadcasts can reach students in remote or underserved areas, providing equal learning opportunities regardless of location. 3. Engagement. Visually engaging content and interactive elements capture students' attention, enhancing their learning experience. 4. Enhancing communication skills. Students can develop their communication skills by participating in live broadcasts, learning to speak clearly, and gain confidence in their abilities. Challenges and limitations of educational broadcasting. 1. Infrastructure and technology. Limited access. Many rural areas lack the infrastructure for reliable electricity, television, or radio reception, limiting access to educational broadcasts. Outdated technology. Educational institutions may have outdated equipment, hindering the production and delivery of high-quality educational content. Content pedagogy. Quality of content. The quality of content can vary, with some programs lacking engaging teaching methodologies or effective delivery. Relevance and alignment. The content may not always align with national curricula or address the specific needs of learners. 3. Teacher training and capacity building. Limited training. Teachers may not receive adequate training in utilizing educational broadcasting effectively, which can impact the quality of instruction. Lack of resources. Teachers may lack the necessary resources, such as lesson plans and teaching materials, to support their use of educational broadcasting. Conclusion. Educational broadcasting is a valuable tool for enhancing learning and making education more accessible. Despite its challenges, such as limited access and quality concerns, it holds great potential for transforming the educational landscape. By addressing issues related to infrastructure, content quality, and teacher training, educational broadcasting can continue to evolve and play a significant role in modern education. This presentation structure offers a comprehensive overview of the topic, highlighting both the advantages and challenges of educational broadcasting. Cycle of micro-teaching. Micro-teaching is a teacher training technique that allows educators to practice and improve their teaching skills in a controlled, small-scale environment. The cycle of micro-teaching involves multiple steps that help the teacher refine their techniques through practice, feedback, and reflection. Here's the cycle of micro-teaching. 1. Planning. Objective setting. The teacher sets clear, specific goals for the lesson to be taught. Selecting content, focus on a small, manageable portion of the content that can be delivered in a short time. Choosing methods. Decide on the teaching methods and techniques to be used during the micro-teaching session. 2. Teaching. Lesson delivery. The teacher teaches the selected content to a small group of peers or students, usually around 5 to 10 students. Use of techniques. Emphasize specific teaching techniques such as questioning, explanation, or demonstration. 3. Feedback. Immediate feedback. After the lesson, teacher receives feedback from peers or supervisors. This feedback can be both positive, what worked well, and constructive, areas to improve. Self-reflection. The teacher reflects on their own performance during the lesson, considering what could be improved. 4. Reteaching. Based on feedback and self-reflection, the teacher reteaches the lesson or a revised version of the lesson. This step allows the teacher to correct mistakes and improve their technique. 5. Reassessment. After the reteaching, the teacher reassesses their performance and the effectiveness of the changes made. Additional feedback and reflection occur, and the cycle may be repeated if necessary to ensure continued improvement. Steps of microteaching. 1. Set objectives. Define clear and measurable learning objectives that will guide the lesson's design and focus. 2. Prepare the lesson plan. Develop a structured lesson plan based on the objectives, outlining what the teacher will teach, the teaching methods used, and any materials required. 3. Select teaching techniques. Choose specific teaching methods, e.g., questioning, demonstration, discussion, that will best achieve the objectives. 4. Teach the lesson. Deliver the lesson to a small group of students, typically 5 to 10, practicing specific teaching skills in a controlled, manageable environment. 5. Provide feedback. After teaching, receive feedback from peers or supervisors, focusing on strengths and areas for improvement. 6. Reflect on the lesson. Reflect on your own performance, considering what worked well and what could be improved in the next session. 7. Reteach the lesson. Apply the feedback and reteach the lesson, making necessary adjustments to improve teaching effectiveness. 8. Evaluate the process. Assess the effectiveness of the lesson and the improvements made during reteaching, considering the impact on student learning. 9. Repeat if necessary. If further improvement is needed, repeat the cycle to refine teaching techniques and enhance instructional quality. This process emphasizes continuous improvement, with teachers practicing and refining their skills through cycles of teaching, feedback, and reflection. Heshride, what is microteaching? Microteaching is a teacher training technique that focuses on the development and refinement of teaching skills in a controlled, small-scale environment. It involves teaching a small group of students, usually 5 to 10, in short, focused sessions where teachers can practice specific skills, receive feedback, and make improvements. Microteaching provides an opportunity for teachers to experiment with different methods and techniques without the pressure of a full class. Meaning of microteaching. Microteaching is a method used to train teachers where they teach a short segment of a lesson to a small group of students, followed by feedback and reflection. It is designed to help teachers focus on specific aspects of their teaching, such as lesson planning, delivery, use of teaching materials, and student interaction. Purpose of microteaching. 1. Skill development. Microteaching allows teachers to develop and refine specific teaching skills, such as questioning, explaining, and managing classroom behavior. 2. Practical experience. It gives teachers practical, hands-on experience in a controlled environment, which boosts their confidence and teaching ability. 3. Immediate feedback. Teachers receive constructive feedback from peers, supervisors, or mentors, which helps them improve their teaching strategies. 4. Reflection. It encourages self-reflection, allowing teachers to assess their own performance and make necessary adjustments. 5. Continuous improvement. Through repetition and refining, microteaching promotes continuous improvement in teaching methods. The concept of microteaching was first developed at Stanford University, this is 60, in the 1960s by Dwight W. Allen and his colleagues. The aim was to create a platform where novice teachers could practice their teaching skills in a controlled setting, receive feedback, and build confidence. Since then, it has evolved and become a widely accepted method for training teachers across the world. The method has been adapted for various educational levels, including primary, secondary, and higher education. Types of microteaching. 1. Traditional microteaching involves the teacher teaching a lesson to a small group of students and focusing on a specific teaching skill. The lesson is usually recorded for later analysis. 2. Video-assisted microteaching. Teachers record their teaching sessions and later analyze the video to reflect on their performance. This type helps in providing detailed feedback. 3. Simulated microteaching involves the use of role play or simulated scenarios where the teacher practices teaching in a controlled, simulated environment. It may involve fellow trainees or actors playing the role of students. 4. Peer microteaching involves teachers practicing their skills in front of their peers, followed by group feedback. The focus is on collaborative learning and peer-to-peer feedback. 5. Collaborative microteaching. Teachers work together in a group, teaching and observing each other's lessons, offering feedback and helping each other improve their skills. Characteristics of microteaching. 1. Small group size. Microteaching typically involves teaching a small group of students, 5 to 10, to allow for more individualized attention and manageable teaching conditions. 2. Short duration. Lessons are usually brief, about 5 to 20 minutes, focused on a specific teaching skill. 3. Focus on specific skills. Microteaching targets specific teaching techniques such as questioning, explaining, classroom management, and the use of educational aids. 4. Feedback-oriented. After teaching, the teacher receives detailed, constructive feedback from peers, mentors, or supervisors. 5. Repetition. Teachers are encouraged to practice and repeat the same lesson multiple times to improve their teaching skills. 6. Recording and reflection. Some forms of microteaching include recording the lesson for later review and self-reflection. Benefits of microteaching. 1. Skill enhancement. Teachers can develop specific skills and techniques through focused practice and feedback. 2. Confidence building. Repeated practice and feedback help increase the teacher's confidence in their abilities. 3. Personalized feedback. Teachers receive targeted feedback on specific areas for improvement, which helps them grow professionally. 4. Low-stress environment. The small group size and short duration allow for a stress-free teaching experience, making it easier for teachers to experiment and improve. 5. Focus on teacher-student interaction. Teachers can focus on improving their communication and interaction with students, making lessons more engaging. 6. Immediate application. Teachers can immediately apply the feedback received and improve their teaching techniques during subsequent lessons. Limitations of microteaching. 1. Limited scope. Since the teaching is done in a controlled, small-scale environment, it may not fully replicate the dynamics of a real classroom. 2. Artificial setting. The setting of microteaching might not prepare teachers for the complexities and challenges of a large class with diverse student needs. 3. Time-consuming. The process of planning, teaching, receiving feedback, and reteaching can be time-consuming, especially when done repeatedly. 4. Overemphasis on technique. Microteaching may focus too much on teaching techniques without giving enough attention to subject knowledge and curriculum delivery. 5. Lack of real-world context. Microteaching often takes place in a controlled, simulated environment, which may not fully prepare teachers for the realities of classroom management and student behavior. 6. Dependence on feedback. Teachers' improvement is often heavily dependent on the feedback provided, which may vary in quality and depth. In conclusion, microteaching is a valuable method for teacher development, offering a structured and focused approach to improving teaching skills. However, while it has several benefits, it also has limitations that teachers must be aware of as they transition from the micro-teaching environment to real-world classroom settings. Here's an organized outline for your team teaching presentation. Presentation topic. Team teaching is a collaborative approach in which 2 or more teachers work together in the same classroom to instruct the same group of students. It involves sharing responsibilities and using diverse teaching methods to enhance student learning. This approach allows teachers to complement each other's strengths, resulting in a richer learning experience for students. Types of team teaching. There are several effective models of team teaching, each with a unique approach. 1. Co-teaching. Both teachers actively participate in all parts of the lesson, sharing teaching duties equally. 2. Complementary teaching. One teacher leads the lesson while the other provides additional support or focuses on a specific group of students. 3. Parallel teaching. The class is divided into smaller groups and each teacher delivers the same content simultaneously to each group. 4. Lead support teaching. One teacher leads the lesson while the other supports by helping students individually or managing classroom behavior. Benefits of team teaching. Why team teaching is useful. Team teaching offers several advantages that enhance the learning process. 1. More support for students. With 2 teachers, students receive more personalized attention and support, improving their chances for success. 2. Diverse teaching styles. Different teaching styles can be used to cater to diverse learning needs, enriching the learning experience. 3. Professional growth. Teachers learn from each other's expertise, sharing strengths and ideas for professional development. 4. Better classroom management. With 2 teachers, classroom management becomes more effective, especially in larger or more diverse groups. Challenges of team teaching. Possible obstacles. Despite its advantages, team teaching comes with certain challenges. 1. Communication issues. Poor communication between teachers can lead to misunderstandings or disjointed teaching. 2. Planning time. Team teaching requires additional time to plan lessons together, which can be challenging within tight schedules. 3. Role confusion. Unclear division of responsibilities may cause conflicts or result in one teacher dominating the classroom. Roles and responsibilities in team teaching. Clear division of tasks. For team teaching to be effective, it is essential to clarify each teacher's role and responsibilities. 1. Teaching roles. Teachers should decide who will lead the lesson and who will assist, ensuring clear division of labor. 2. Planning and organizing. Both teachers need to collaborate in developing lesson plans and activities. 3. Student support. Teachers should determine who will manage specific students' needs, such as providing additional support for struggling learners. Strategies for effective team teaching. Tips for success. To make team teaching effective, teachers can implement these strategies. 1. Communicate regularly. Frequent communication helps ensure that teachers are on the same page and aligned in their approach. 2. Plan together. Allocating time for joint lesson planning ensures that both teachers are prepared and can contribute equally. 3. Set clear expectations. Establish clear roles and expectations for each teacher in advance to avoid confusion. 4. Resolve conflicts quickly. Address any conflicts or issues promptly to maintain a positive working relationship and a productive classroom environment. This structured approach will make your presentation clear, informative, and engaging. Let me know if you need any further modifications. Here's a structured presentation outline on the Personalized System of Instruction, PSI SHAD. What is PSI? The Personalized System of Instruction, the SIMI, is an educational approach designed to enhance learning by tailoring the instructional process to meet the needs and pace of each student. Developed by Fred Keller in the 1960s, PSI allows students to learn at their own pace, mastering course material before moving on to the next topic. The primary goal of PSI is to promote self-directed learning while ensuring mastery and engagement. Hasham, key components of PSI. 1. Self-paced learning. Students are allowed to work through course material at their own speed, enabling them to progress once they demonstrate mastery of the content. 2. Mastery learning. PSI emphasizes that students must master each unit or concept before advancing to the next. Mastery is typically assessed through tests or assignments. 3. Frequent testing and feedback. Regular quizzes or assessments are used to gauge student understanding and provide immediate feedback to guide learning. 4. Use of written materials. Students often use textbooks, handouts, and other written materials that support self-paced learning, allowing them to learn independently. 5. Individualized instruction. Instructors provide individualized support to each student, often through one-on-one interaction or small group discussions to address specific needs. 6. Student-teacher interaction. Although learning is self-paced, teachers offer guidance and feedback, helping students who need additional support. Benefits of PSI. 1. Increased student engagement. By learning at their own pace and receiving personalized instruction, students are more likely to be motivated and engaged in their learning process. 2. Improved mastery of content. Students must achieve mastery of each unit before advancing, ensuring they fully understand the material and reinforcing long-term retention. 3. Fosters independent learning. PSI encourages students to take responsibility for their learning, promoting the development of self-regulation and critical thinking skills. 4. Flexible learning environment. With the ability to work at their own pace, students can spend more time on difficult topics and breeze through areas they already understand, creating a more efficient learning process. 5. Personalized instruction. Teachers can tailor the learning experience to meet the needs of individual students, offering targeted support and guidance. Implementation challenges of PSI. 1. Time and resource intensive. The need for frequent assessments and individualized attention can be resource-heavy, requiring additional time and effort from instructors to grade assignments and provide feedback. 2. Teacher training. Educators must be properly trained in PSI methods to effectively facilitate individualized learning and support students appropriately. 3. Limited student motivation. While PSI works well for self-motivated learners, some students may struggle to stay on track without the structure of traditional classroom settings. 4. Lack of peer interaction. Since students work independently, they may miss out on the collaborative learning and social interaction that traditional classrooms provide. 5. Difficulty in scaling. PSI may be challenging to implement on a large scale, especially in larger classrooms, as it requires one-on-one attention and regular assessments, which may not be feasible in such settings. Conclusion. The Personalized System of Instruction, PSI, STIR offers a unique approach to learning by emphasizing self-paced, mastery-based education. While it provides several advantages, such as increased student engagement and improved mastery of content, its implementation does come with challenges, such as the need for significant teacher preparation and additional resources. Despite these obstacles, PSI remains an effective approach for fostering individualized learning and enhancing educational outcomes. Let me know if you'd like to add anything specific to this. Here's an organized outline for your presentation on practice of relevant skills in microteaching for the teaching of general science. Microteaching is a teacher training technique where educators practice their teaching skills in a controlled, small-scale environment. The purpose of microteaching is to help teachers develop and refine specific teaching techniques by focusing on one skill at a time, allowing for immediate feedback and improvement. Key features of microteaching. Shorter teaching sessions, typically 5 to 10 minutes, focused on specific teaching skills, recorded for self-assessment and feedback, conducted with a small group of students or peers. Pre-microteaching practices. Before engaging in microteaching, teachers should 1. Select the skill to be practiced. Teachers identify one specific teaching skill to work on, e.g., questioning, explaining, or managing the classroom. 2. Lesson planning. Plan the lesson around the skill being practiced, ensuring that the content is clear, concise, and suited for the microteaching session. 3. Preparation of materials. Organize the necessary materials such as visual aids, handouts, or equipment that will help in delivering the lesson. 4. Set learning objectives. Establish clear, measurable objectives for the session to ensure that the skill being taught is aligned with the learning goals. During microteaching. During the microteaching session, the teacher should 1. Deliver the lesson. Focus on practicing the chosen teaching skill, ensuring that the content is delivered clearly and effectively. 2. Engage students. Use active learning techniques to engage the students, ensuring that they remain focused and interested in the topic. 3. Monitor the classroom. Manage the class effectively, ensuring that students are paying attention and following along with the lesson. 4. Observe and record. If possible, record the session for later analysis and feedback. Self-reflection and observation of peers can be highly valuable. Post-microteaching practices. After the microteaching session, teachers should 1. Self-assessment. Reflect on the session, considering what worked well and what needs improvement. Look for areas where the teaching skill can be enhanced. 2. Peer feedback. Receive constructive feedback from peers or mentors. Their insights can help identify strengths and areas for improvement. 3. Improvement. Based on feedback and self-assessment, make necessary adjustments to teaching strategies and plan for future microteaching sessions. 4. Reteach. Re-implement the lesson with improvements based on the feedback, allowing the teacher to practice the skill again and further refine it. Specific microteaching skills. Some common microteaching skills that teachers focus on include 1. Questioning skills. using open-ended and closed-ended questions to encourage student interaction and critical thinking. 2. Explaining skills, clearly explaining concepts and ideas in a way that students can understand and apply. 3. Classroom management, managing student behavior, ensuring an orderly environment, and fostering active participation. 4. Use of teaching aids, effectively using visual aids, props, or technology to support the lesson and enhance learning. 5. Feedback skills, providing positive and constructive feedback to students to guide their learning. Microteaching techniques. Some techniques commonly used in microteaching include 1. Video recording. Recording lessons allows teachers to review and assess their performance, identifying areas for improvement. 2. Peer observation. Observing peers allows teachers to learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses. 3. Role-playing. Teachers can practice their teaching skills in role-playing scenarios to improve their performance. 4. Simulation. Using simulated classroom scenarios to practice and refine teaching skills. Microteaching models. Several models of microteaching are used for teacher development. 1. Keller's PSI, Personalized System of Instruction, focuses on mastery learning and self-paced learning, allowing for in-depth mastery of teaching skills. 2. Guine's 9 Events of Instruction provides a structured approach to teaching that focuses on clear objectives, teaching strategies, and feedback. 3. The Guine-Briggs model integrates structured feedback and revision stages, encouraging iterative improvement of teaching skills. Key activities in microteaching include 1. Lesson presentation. The teacher delivers a brief lesson while practicing a specific teaching skill. 2. Student feedback. Students provide feedback on the effectiveness of the teaching method used during the lesson. 3. Peer evaluation. Fellow teachers observe the lesson and provide constructive feedback based on specific criteria. 4. Reflection and adjustment. Teachers reflect on their performance and make adjustments to improve future teaching sessions. Benefits of microteaching. 1. Skill development. Teachers can focus on developing specific teaching skills, improving their overall effectiveness in the classroom. 2. Immediate feedback. Teachers receive instant feedback from peers, mentors, and self-reflection, allowing for quick improvements. 3. Confidence building. The practice sessions allow teachers to develop confidence in their teaching abilities in a controlled environment. 4. Increased student engagement. Microteaching helps teachers develop more engaging teaching methods, which can lead to greater student participation. 5. Improved teaching quality. Regular practice and feedback improve the quality of teaching, enhancing student outcomes in the long term. Microteaching is a valuable tool for teacher development, allowing educators to practice and refine specific teaching skills in a controlled, low-pressure environment. Through pre, during, and post-microteaching practices, teachers can enhance their teaching abilities, receive constructive feedback, and gradually improve their instructional techniques, benefiting both teachers and students in the long run. Let me know if you would like further details or changes. Here's a brief explanation of the types of assessment you listed, along with examples. 1. Placement assessment. Definition: used to determine a learner's existing knowledge, skills, and abilities to place them in an appropriate course or level. Purpose: to assess readiness for a specific course or program. Example: language proficiency tests, e.g. TOEFL, IELTS for placement in English courses. Pre-tests before starting a new subject. 2. Formative definition: ongoing assessments conducted during the learning process to provide feedback and improve teaching and learning. Purpose: to monitor progress and guide adjustments in instruction. Example: quizzes, classroom discussions, and exit tickets. Teacher feedback on draft assignments or projects. Hanesher 3. Summative assessment. Definition: evaluations conducted at the end of a learning period to measure the extent of learning achieved. Purpose: to determine the learner's final performance or competency. Example: final exams, end-of-term projects, and standardized tests. Annual progress reports. 4. Diagnostic assessment. Definition: pre-instruction assessments aimed at identifying students' strengths, weaknesses, and learning gaps. Purpose: to diagnose specific learning needs before teaching. Example: a math test to determine foundational skill gaps before introducing algebra. Reading assessments to identify dyslexia or comprehension issues. 5. Cognitive assessment. Definition. Measures a learner's cognitive abilities, including memory, reasoning, problem-solving, and intellectual capabilities. Purpose. To assess intellectual functioning and cognitive development. Example, IQ tests, e.g., Wechsler Intelligence Scale, memory retention tests or problem-solving tasks in science or mathematics. Definition of AV aids. Audiovisual. AV aids are tools, equipment, or materials that combine sound and visual elements to enhance presentations, lectures, or communication activities, support the message, engage the audience, and improve understanding and retention. Types of AV aids. Audio aids. 1. Speakers, amplify sound for audiences. 2. Microphones, enhance voice clarity. 3. Audio recordings, play pre-recorded audio. 4. Music, set the mood and reduce stress. Visual aids. 1. Projectors, display images on large screens. 2. Screens, show projections. 3. Whiteboards, write and draw content during lectures. 4. Flip charts, display turnable pages for visual explanations. 5. Posters, visually communicate static messages. 6. Charts, illustrate data patterns or trends. 7. Graphs, visualize complex statistics. 8. Images, convey messages through powerful visuals. Audio-visual aids. 1. Videos, combine audio and visual content for a richer experience. 2. Films, present lengthy, detailed video material. 3. Documentaries, educate with real-life scenarios and footage. 4. Animated presentations, engage viewers with animated graphics. 5. Interactive multimedia, encourage audience participation with interactive tools. 6. Virtual reality, VR, simulate real-life experiences immersively. 7. Webinars, conduct or attend online seminars with AV integration. Audiovisual aids are vital in modern communication and education. They increase audience engagement, improve retention and understanding, create impactful and memorable presentations. Thank you. What are teaching aids? The term teaching aids consists of 2 components. Teaching, the act of facilitating learning. Aids, help and assistance to enhance teaching. Teaching aids are tools or resources used by educators to support and enhance the learning process, making lessons more engaging and effective. 1. Principle of selection. Teaching aids are effective only when chosen based on objectives, content, grade level, and educational values, relevance to the lesson topic, key points, must suit the age level and characteristics of learners, should have educational value alongside being interesting and motivating, must be true representations of real-world concepts. 2. Principle of preparation. Teachers should prepare teaching aids themselves and involve learners whenever possible. Key steps. Use locally available materials to reduce costs. Teachers should receive proper training for preparing teaching aids. 3. Principle of physical control. Proper storage and maintenance of teaching aids are essential. Ensure they are easily accessible to teachers and ready for use. 4. Principle of proper presentation. Effective presentation is crucial for maximizing the impact of teaching aids. Key guidelines. Teachers should visualize the use of teaching aids beforehand. Display aids so that all students can see and benefit from them. 5. Principle of response. Encourage active responses from students to audiovisual stimuli. Guide learners to derive maximum benefits from the teaching aids. 6. Principle of clarity. Teaching aids should be simple and easy to understand. Avoid complex or cluttered designs that may confuse learners. Principle of relevance and simplicity. Teaching aids must align with learning objectives and the subject matter. Key points. Avoid irrelevant aids to minimize distractions. Simple designs and straightforward content help focus on key ideas. 8. Principle of feedback and interaction. Effective aids encourage student participation. Allow opportunities for questioning, discussion, and feedback. 9. Principle of use. Proper planning is essential before using teaching aids. Key considerations. Maintain proper timing for presenting aids. Carefully visualize how aids will be integrated into the lesson. Conclusion. Teaching aids play a vital role in improving the effectiveness of teaching and learning. By adhering to these principles, educators can ensure that the aids are not only engaging but also relevant and impactful in achieving educational goals. Thank you. Low-cost teaching aids are simple tools and materials, often created from readily available resources, designed to facilitate learning in an interactive and engaging manner, make science and other concepts accessible without requiring expensive equipment. Importance of low-cost teaching aids. 1. Promote resourcefulness in teaching. 2. Make education inclusive and affordable. Encourage active participation and creativity. 4. Build awareness of sustainability by reusing materials. Types of low-cost teaching aids. 1. Recycled materials. Examples: plastic bottles, cardboard, newspapers, fabric scraps. Use crafting models, displays, or interactive tools. 2. Natural materials. Examples: stones, leaves, sticks, sand, seeds. Use visual aids and hands-on activities in subjects like science. 3. Handmade materials. Examples: charts, flashcards, posters, and models, made using paper, markers, cardboard, and other low-cost supplies. 4. Digital resources. Example: free educational software, apps, videos, and PDFs. Accessibility through mobile phones or computers if available. 5. Household items. Examples: simple objects like spoons, cups, and buttons. Use, demonstrating basic scientific or mathematical concepts. Benefits of using low-cost teaching aids. 1. Encourage creativity. Inspire innovative thinking among learners. 2. Inclusive learning. Make education accessible to all, regardless of financial constraints. 3. Environmental awareness. Promote recycling and sustainability. 4. Boost curiosity. Spark interest and excitement, particularly in science. Challenges and solutions. 1. Durability. Challenge: materials may not last long. Solution: reinforce with tape, laminate paper-based aids, or use sturdy alternatives. 2. Limited access to resources. Basic materials may be scarce in some areas, using local or natural resources, e.g. or natural resources, drawing in sand or soil. Conclusion: low-cost teaching aids, when used thoughtfully, offer significant benefits. Transforming abstract ideas into concrete understanding, encouraging creativity and interaction in the classroom, ensuring education is accessible, enjoyable, and meaningful, even with limited resources. By integrating these aids into daily lessons, educators can make a lasting impact on their students' learning experiences. Instruction General Science, presented by UC-1 S2. What is CAI? Definition: Computer-assisted instruction, CAI, refers to the use of computers to enhance teaching and learning processes. Benefits of CAI. 1. Personalized learning, adapts to individual student needs. 2. Increased engagement, makes learning interactive and fun. 3. Improved understanding, visuals and simulations clarify complex concepts. 4. Efficient assessment, automates quizzes and tracks progress. Types CAI. 1. Drill and practice, reinforces skills through repetition. 2. Tutorials, guides students step-by-step through topics. 3. Simulations, creates virtual experiments and scenarios. 4. Games, gamified learning increases motivation. 5. Multimedia presentations, combines text, images, audio, and video for an engaging experience. Advantages of CA. 1. Interactive learning, students actively participate. 2. Real-time feedback, immediate corrections and insights. 3. Accessibility, learn anytime, anywhere. 4. Cost-effective, reduces dependency on physical resources. 5. Environmentally friendly, saves paper and other materials. Real-life examples of CAI. 1. Khan Academy offers free tutorials, practice exercises, and progress tracking. 2. PhET Interactive Simulations provides virtual experiments for science topics. 3. Interactive Whiteboards combines visuals and interactivity in classrooms. 4. Duolingo, gamified platform for language learning. Benefits of CAI for teachers. 1. Automated grading, saves time by evaluating assignments and quizzes. 2. Customizable content, tailors lessons to meet diverse learning needs. 3. Data analysis, tracks student performance for better decision-making. 4. Increased student engagement, keeps learners interested and motivated. Benefits of CAI for students. 1. Self-paced learning, allows students to learn at their own speed. 2. Interactive and engaging, uses multimedia tools to keep lessons exciting. 3. Improved understanding, visual and practical applications of concepts. 4. Access to resources anywhere, no geographical constraints. Challenges of CAI. 1. Technical issues, software glitches or lack of infrastructure. 2. Limited accessibility, not all students have access to computers or the internet. 3. Dependence on technology, over-reliance can reduce critical thinking. 4. Teacher training, educators need proper training to use CAI effectively. Conclusion. Enhances teaching and learning. CAI transforms how general science is taught and learned. Real-life impact. Examples like Khan Academy and PhET prove its effectiveness. Future scope. Addressing challenges such as technical and accessibility issues ensures successful implementation and long-term benefits. Limited to, what is a link lesson? A link lesson connects prior knowledge with new content or future topics, facilitating a smooth transition and deeper understanding in the learning process. Importance of link lessons. Provides context and relevance. Helps students see the connection between what they already know and what they are about to learn. Enhances student understanding and engagement. Students are more likely to stay engaged when they understand the relevance of new material. Creates continuity in learning. Ensures a logical flow in the learning process, reducing cognitive overload. Benefits of link lessons. 1. Contextualizes learning. By linking new content to previous knowledge, students better understand the material. 2. Improves focus and clarity, helps students to concentrate on the lesson's objectives. 3. Increases engagement and motivation. When students see connections, they are more motivated to participate. 4. Reinforces memory and cognitive connections. Strengthens neural pathways between new and old concepts. 5. Ensures smooth transitions between topics. Makes it easier for students to relate new lessons to earlier ones, creating a continuous learning experience. Example of link lesson. Topic: photosynthesis, reviewing previous knowledge. What is the role of leaves in plants? Introducing new content. Today we will learn how leaves help in photosynthesis. In future lessons, we'll explore how animals depend on plants for food. Key takeaways. A link lesson bridges gaps between past, present, and future topics, enhancing overall learning effectiveness. It fosters better understanding, retention, and engagement. Link lessons are an essential component of effective micro-teaching, helping teachers guide students through seamless transitions and deeper insights. This version offers a structured presentation of the concept, importance, and benefits of link lessons in a micro-teaching setting. Let me know if you need further adjustments. Aids. Audiovisual aids are tools or materials that combine both auditory, sound, and visual sight elements to enhance communication, understanding, and engagement. They are widely used in education, presentations, training, and entertainment to simplify complex concepts, attract attention, and improve retention. Types of audiovisual aids. 1. Whiteboard, chalkboard, and versatile. Whiteboards and chalkboards are simple yet effective tools for writing down information. They are ideal for brainstorming, outlining ideas, or presenting lists and charts. 2. Flip chart. Clear visual structure. Flip charts use large sheets of paper to display visuals, notes, and outlines. They are effective for presenting key takeaways, creating diagrams and graphs, and breaking down complex topics into smaller, more manageable parts. 3. Overhead projector. Focused attention. Overhead projectors utilize transparencies to present information, allowing presenters to highlight specific areas of the slide and focus the audience's attention on key points. 4. PowerPoint slides. Professional and structured. PowerPoint slides offer a clear visual framework for presenting information. They allow for easy integration of charts, graphs, and diagrams, making it easier to understand and analyze complex data. 5. Videos and animations. Captivating and educational. Videos capture attention and provide a powerful way to illustrate concepts in action. Animations add visual interest to slides and can effectively explain complex processes and ideas. 6. Handouts and worksheets, supplementary and interactive. Handouts provide additional information and resources, while worksheets allow for active participation and reinforce the concepts presented during the lesson. Each of these audiovisual aids serves a unique purpose, helping educators present information more effectively, engaging students, and enhancing the overall learning experience. Tests in science teaching. Submitted to diagnostic tests. Definition tests are used to assess students' prior knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts before instruction. Purpose: identify knowledge gaps and misconceptions, set realistic learning goals based on students' existing knowledge. Examples of diagnostic tests: pre-tests, placement tests, readiness tests. Now 2. Formative tests. Definition: formative tests are used during instruction to monitor students' progress and understanding. Purpose: identify areas where students need extra support, adjust instruction to meet students' needs, provide ongoing feedback to students. Examples of formative tests: quizzes, classwork assessments. 3. Definition. Summative tests are used to evaluate students' understanding of scientific concepts at the end of a unit, chapter, or course. Purpose: assess students' mastery of learning objectives, evaluate the effectiveness of instruction, provide. 4. Authentic tests. Definitionistic tests assess students' ability to apply scientific concepts to real-world problems. Purpose: evaluate critical thinking and problem-solving skills, assess students' ability to communicate scientific ideas effectively, provide feedback based on real-life scenarios. Examples of authentic tests: project-based assessments, performance tasks. 5. Technology-enhanced tests. Definition: technology-enhanced tests use digital tools and platforms to assess students' understanding of scientific concepts. Purpose: assess students' ability to use technology to solve scientific problems, evaluate understanding of concepts in a digital environment, provide immediate, often interactive feedback. Examples of technology-enhanced tests: online quizzes, digital simulations. In summary, different types of tests play unique roles in evaluating and enhancing students' understanding of scientific concepts. Each test type serves to address specific learning needs, providing both teachers and students with valuable insights into the learning process. 1. Enhanced access to information. The internet has revolutionized access to knowledge, making vast resources available at the click of a button. Search engines like Google allow students to easily find information on any subject. 2. Online learning platforms. The internet has given rise to platforms that offer a variety of online courses. Examples: Coursera, Khan Academy. These platforms enable flexible learning, allowing students to access material at their own pace, anytime, anywhere. 3. Collaboration and communication. The internet has greatly enhanced global collaboration among students and educators. Online classrooms, platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams facilitate virtual learning, enabling real-time interaction and collaboration across geographical boundaries. 4. E-libraries and digital textbooks. E-books and PDFs have made learning resources more affordable and accessible. Digital textbooks and academic papers are now available online, reducing the financial burden on students and increasing availability. Challenges of the internet in education. Despite its many advantages, the internet in education presents several challenges. 1. Distraction. Non-educational content like social media and gaming can divert students' attention, reducing the effectiveness of learning. Information overload. The sheer volume of available information can overwhelm students, making it difficult for them to find credible and relevant resources. 3. Cybersecurity concerns. Online learning platforms may expose students and educators to security risks, including hacking and privacy breaches. In conclusion, the internet has transformed the education landscape by enhancing access to information, enabling flexible learning, and fostering global collaboration. However, challenges such as distractions, information overload, and cybersecurity concerns must be addressed to maximize its benefits in education. Technology and science teaching. Technology and science teaching refers to the integration of technological tools, digital resources, and multimedia in the process of teaching scientific concepts and methods. It involves using devices such as computers, smartphones, tablets, and specialized software to facilitate the understanding and application of scientific knowledge. This approach combines traditional teaching methods with modern technology to create a more engaging and interactive learning environment. Importance of technology and science teaching. 1. Enhanced engagement. Technology makes learning more interactive, engaging, and dynamic. It helps keep students interested by integrating multimedia, simulations, and interactive elements into lessons. 2. Access to resources. The internet and digital libraries offer vast resources that are easily accessible. This allows students to explore a wide range of scientific topics beyond their textbook, leading to deeper understanding. 3. Real-world application. Using technology in teaching science provides students with tools that they will encounter in the real world, such as simulation software, data analysis tools, and laboratory technologies. This bridges the gap between theory and practice. 4. Promotes collaborative learning. Technology encourages collaboration among students through online forums, shared projects, and interactive learning platforms, fostering teamwork and peer-to-peer learning. Teaching methods in technology and science teaching. 1. Flipped classroom. Students learn new content at home through videos or reading materials, and class time is devoted to discussions, experiments, or problem-solving exercises. 2. Simulations and virtual labs. Virtual labs and simulations allow students to conduct experiments and observe scientific phenomena without the need for physical lab equipment. 3. Project-based learning, PBL. Students use technology to research and develop projects, applying scientific principles to real-world problems. 4. Gamification. The use of game design elements like rewards, levels, and challenges in the teaching of science can make the learning process more engaging and fun. Number 5. Blended learning. A mix of online and in-person learning where technology supports traditional methods of instruction. Benefits for students. 1. Interactive learning. Technology creates an interactive environment where students can actively engage with content, participate in virtual discussions, and collaborate on scientific projects. 2. Personalized learning. With various digital tools, lessons can be tailored to meet the individual needs of students. Adaptive learning platforms can adjust the level of difficulty based on students' progress. 3. Immediate feedback. Students can receive instant feedback on quizzes, assignments, and experiments, helping them understand their mistakes and improve faster. 4. Visualization of complex concepts. Advanced simulations, 3D models, and animations allow students to visualize difficult scientific concepts, such as molecular structures or biological processes. 5. Fostering critical thinking and problem solving. Technology encourages students to explore problems and think critically, developing their scientific inquiry and analytical skills. Challenges in implementation. 1. Technical issues. Inadequate infrastructure, slow internet connections, or lack of devices can hinder the effective use of technology in science teaching. 2. Teacher training. Not all educators are proficient in using technology, and proper training is required to integrate digital tools effectively into their teaching practices. 3. Cost. The initial cost of acquiring hardware, such as computers, projectors, and software tools, can be a financial barrier for schools, especially in underfunded areas. 4. Over-reliance on technology. Excessive use of technology may lead to students becoming overly dependent on digital tools and may reduce face-to-face interaction and hands-on learning experiences. 5. Distraction and misuse. Students may get distracted by non-educational content or misuse devices for activities unrelated to learning. In conclusion, while technology and science teaching has transformed the learning process by providing dynamic, interactive, and accessible learning environments, addressing the challenges of infrastructure, training, and cost is crucial for its successful implementation. The ultimate goal is to enhance student engagement and understanding, ensuring they are equipped for future scientific advancements. Aids in teaching. Definition of audiovisual aids, AV aids. Audiovisual aids are any device which can be used to make the teaching experience more concrete, more realistic, and more dynamic. Psychology of using AV aids. The use of audio-visual AV aids in teaching is deeply connected to the way these tools influence cognitive processes, attention span, and the retention of information. AV aids, which include videos, images, charts, and sounds, work in a way that is aligned with how the human brain processes information. These aids leverage both auditory and visual channels, which can enhance learning by catering to multiple senses. Principles of using AV aids in psychology. 1. Dual coding theory. According to dual coding theory, when information is presented both visually and auditorily, it is processed in two different channels, making it easier to encode, store, and retrieve. This theory suggests that combining visual images with verbal explanations can enhance learning because it activates both channels in the brain, improving memory retention and understanding. Number 2. Cognitive load theory. Cognitive load refers to the mental effort required to process information. AV aids help reduce cognitive load by presenting complex concepts in a simpler, more digestible format. For instance, an animation explaining a scientific process may be more effective than a verbal description because it visually illustrates the sequence, reducing the effort students need to put into understanding the process. 3. Attention and engagement. AV aids attract and maintain students' attention better than traditional methods. By engaging multiple senses, AV aids increase the likelihood of students remaining focused and interested. Active learning is promoted through the use of AV aids, where students are encouraged to interact with the content, leading to greater engagement. 4. Multimodal learning. The multimodal learning theory emphasizes that learners have different learning preferences, such as visual, auditory, or kinesthetic. AV aids support multimodal learning by catering to various learning styles, ensuring that students with different preferences can better absorb the material. Visual learners benefit from charts, graphs, and videos, while auditory learners can focus on the spoken content in videos or podcasts. 5. Retention and recall. AV aids help in better retention and recall of information. By presenting information in different formats, images, videos, text, and sound, AV aids make the content more memorable. This aligns with the picture superiority effect, which suggests that people tend to remember images better than words. The combination of visual and auditory cues enhances long-term memory retention. 6. Emotional impact. AV aids can evoke emotions, which can improve learning. For example, the use of dramatic imagery in a documentary can engage students emotionally, creating a deeper connection with the material. The emotional response to a story or visual can enhance learning by making the information more personal and meaningful. 7. Active versus passive learning. AV aids often encourage active learning, where students are not merely passively listening to lectures, but are actively engaging with the content. For example, interactive AV tools like simulations, quizzes, and games involve students in the learning process requiring them to make decisions, solve problems, and interact with the material. This fosters deeper understanding and critical thinking skills. 8. Transfer of learning. Using AV aids helps in transfer of learning, where the knowledge gained in one context is applied to another. For instance, a video demonstrating a scientific experiment can help students understand the concept better and apply it in different contexts, such as real-world problem-solving or experiments. And conclusion. The psychology behind the use of AV aids in teaching emphasizes the importance of how these tools affect cognitive processes. By appealing to multiple senses, engaging learners more deeply, and enhancing retention, AV aids contribute to more effective and enjoyable learning experiences. Properly incorporating AV aids can lead to improved understanding, engagement, and long-term retention, benefiting both students and teachers. Teacher? A science teacher is an educator who specializes in teaching science subjects such as biology, chemistry, physics, and earth sciences. They teach students at various ages and skill levels, providing foundational knowledge in scientific principles and fostering a curiosity for the natural world. Key responsibilities of a science teacher. 1. Lesson planning. Develop engaging and comprehensive lesson plans that align with curriculum standards. Ensure content is appropriate for students' learning levels and interests. 2. Teaching. Deliver clear and informative lectures on scientific concepts. Conduct experiments and hands-on activities to demonstrate scientific principles. 3. Assessment. Evaluate student progress through tests, quizzes, assignments, and laboratory work. Provide constructive feedback and support to ensure students understand key concepts. 4. Laboratory management. Ensure the laboratory is equipped with necessary tools and materials for experiments. Maintain a safe learning environment, following safety protocols for handling equipment and chemicals. 5. Curriculum development. Assist in revising and updating science curricula based on current scientific knowledge and advancements. Adapt teaching methods to meet diverse student needs and learning styles. Skills and qualities of a science teacher. 1. Strong science knowledge. In-depth understanding of scientific principles and the ability to explain complex concepts clearly. 2. Effective communication. Ability to explain difficult topics in simple terms and to engage students in meaningful discussions. 3. Classroom management. Skill in maintaining a positive learning environment, managing student behavior, and fostering respect in the classroom. 4. Experimentation and innovation. Ability to design and implement engaging experiments that spark students' interest in science. 5. Patience and empathy. Understanding the diverse learning speeds of students and offering support to those struggling with complex material. Types of science teachers. 1. Elementary science teachers, grades K-5, teach basic scientific concepts to young children, focusing on hands-on activities and explorations of the natural world. 2. Middle school science teachers, grades 6 to 8, teach more specialized science subjects with an emphasis on building a deeper understanding of key scientific principles. 3. High school science teachers, grades 9 to 12, provide more advanced instruction in subjects like biology, chemistry, and physics, preparing students for college-level science. 4. Specialized science teachers focus on specific science fields such as biology, chemistry, or physics, and teach students at various levels of expertise. Hasher Education and Certification. 1. Bachelor's degree. A bachelor's degree in a science field, e.g. biology, chemistry, physics, is required to become a science teacher. 2. Teacher certification. Science teachers must obtain certification, which typically involves passing exams, completing teacher preparation courses, and undergoing a period of mentorship or student teaching. In summary, a science teacher plays a crucial role in shaping the scientific understanding of students by fostering curiosity, providing hands-on learning experiences, and ensuring a safe and productive learning environment. Service education. In-service education refers to the professional development programs or courses that educators participate in during their careers. It aims to update and enhance teachers' skills, knowledge, and teaching practices. It is critical in addressing the dynamic and evolving needs of both teachers and students, ensuring that teachers remain competent, confident, and adaptable to educational changes. Reasons for in-service education. 1. Keeping up with educational advances. The field of education is constantly evolving, with new teaching methods, technologies, and curricula being introduced. In-service education helps teachers stay updated with the latest advancements and integrate new techniques into their classrooms. 2. Improving teaching skills. Teachers often face challenges in diverse classrooms, including addressing different learning styles and managing classroom dynamics. In-service programs provide teachers with tools to enhance their teaching strategies, communication skills, and classroom management techniques. 3. Adapting to technological changes. The integration of technology in education requires teachers to be proficient in digital tools and platforms. In-service education helps teachers learn how to effectively use technology in their teaching, such as online resources, educational apps, and virtual classrooms. 4. Professional growth and career advancement. Continuous learning through in-service education contributes to a teacher's professional growth. It can lead to career advancement opportunities, such as promotions or higher salary scales. 5. Meeting changing curriculum requirements. Education systems and curricula evolve over time to address new educational goals, societal changes, and student needs. In-service programs help teachers understand and implement new curricula effectively. Benefits of in-service education. 1. Enhanced teaching effectiveness. In-service education programs provide teachers with updated methodologies and strategies to improve their teaching practices. This, in turn, positively impacts student learning and outcomes. 2. Increase teacher motivation and confidence. By offering professional development opportunities, teachers feel valued and supported, which boosts their confidence and motivation to perform their roles effectively. 3. Promotes lifelong learning. In-service education promotes a culture of continuous learning among teachers, encouraging them to stay curious and strive for self-improvement throughout their careers. 4. Improve student performance. When teachers are better equipped with modern teaching methods and tools, they can provide a more engaging and effective learning experience, ultimately benefiting student performance. 5. Enhanced collaboration and networking. In-service programs often bring teachers together from various schools, allowing them to share experiences, ideas, and resources, fostering a sense of community and professional collaboration. Challenges and limitations. 1. Time constraints. Teachers are often overburdened with their regular teaching duties, making it difficult to find time for in-service education programs. Balancing work commitments with professional development opportunities can be challenging. 2. Limited access to high-quality programs. In some regions, teachers may face difficulties in accessing high-quality in-service education programs, either due to a lack of local offerings or limited resources for remote participation. 3. Funding and resources. Schools and educational institutions may lack the financial resources to organize or provide access to comprehensive professional development programs. This can limit the scope and quality of in-service education available to teachers. 4. Resistance to change. Some teachers may resist participating in in-service education due to a reluctance to adopt new methods, especially if they are comfortable with their existing practices. This resistance can hinder the overall effectiveness of professional development initiatives. 5. Ineffective programs. In some cases, in-service education programs may not be well designed or aligned with the real needs of teachers. If programs are not practical or relevant, teachers may fail to see their value, leading to disengagement and minimal impact on teaching practices. Conclusion. In-service education plays a vital role in enhancing the professional growth of educators, equipping them with the skills and knowledge needed to meet the challenges of modern education. Despite its challenges, in-service education has the potential to improve teaching practices, boost student outcomes, and ensure that educators remain responsive to the evolving demands of the education system. Academic qualifications. Academic qualifications refer to the recognition or certification that individuals receive after completing formal education, typically awarded by schools, colleges, or universities. These qualifications are foundational in various educational and career pursuits. Types of academic qualifications. 1. School-level qualifications. High school diploma includes qualifications such as matriculation in Pakistan, O-levels, A-levels, and other certificates obtained through primary or secondary education. These are the basic credentials needed for further education or vocational training. 2. Vocational qualifications. Vocational certifications. Skills-based qualifications like diplomas in fields such as carpentry, information technology, IT, healthcare, and various trades. These certifications are practical and prepare individuals for specific careers. 3. Associate degree. Typically a 2-year program following high school, often serving as a stepping stone toward a bachelor's degree or specialized careers. 4. Bachelor's degree. A 3 to 4 year undergraduate program, e.g. BA, BSc, BBA, providing foundational knowledge and skills in various academic fields. 5. Master's degree. Postgraduate studies that typically follow a bachelor's degree, providing advanced knowledge and expertise in a specialized field. 6. Doctorate, PhD. The highest academic qualification, typically focusing on original research and contributing new knowledge to the field. A PhD is pursued by individuals interested in academic, research, or advanced professional careers. Professional qualifications. Professional qualifications are credentials that individuals earn through specific training, exams, or certifications in a particular career field. These qualifications are tailored to preparing individuals for careers in specialized professions. Types of professional qualifications. 1. Certified programs, programs that certify an individual's proficiency in a particular field. Examples include Certified Public Accountant CPA for accounting professionals, Certified Management Accountant CMA for individuals specializing in management accounting. 2. Licenses, legal credentials allowing individuals to practice certain professions. Examples include doctor's license to practice medicine, engineer's license for qualified engineers to work professionally, lawyer's license to practice law. 3. Professional memberships, joining reputable organizations and associations within a profession, which often provides access to resources, networking opportunities, and further professional development. Examples include Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM for marketing professionals, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIA for management accountants. Academic qualifications provide individuals with the foundational knowledge necessary for further studies or entry into various fields, while professional qualifications focus on developing specialized skills and knowledge required for specific career paths. Both types of qualifications are essential for career advancement and personal development. In science teaching, apparatus and equipment refer to the tools, devices, or instruments used for conducting experiments, demonstrations, and practical activities in the laboratory or classroom. These are essential for helping students understand theoretical concepts through hands-on experience. Apparatus. Apparatus refers to the collection of specialized tools or instruments used for carrying out specific experiments or tasks in the scientific field. These are often small, portable tools that facilitate scientific exploration. Examples of apparatus. 1. Test tubes, used for holding, mixing, or heating small quantities of substances. 2. Burette, a graduated glass tube used for dispensing liquids in precise amounts, particularly in titrations. 3. Pipette, a tool used to transport a measured volume of liquid. 4. Beakers, used for mixing, stirring, and heating substances in chemistry labs. 5. Flasks, used to contain, mix, and heat liquids or gases, e.g., Erlenmeyer flasks, round-bottom flasks. 6. Thermometers, used to measure temperature in experiments. 7. Microscopes, used for magnifying small objects or organisms that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Equipment refers to the larger or more complex devices used to conduct experiments or carry out practical tasks. It is typically more durable and may require a permanent setup or larger operational space. Examples of equipment. 1. Microscope, compound optical, a device for magnifying objects to study them in greater detail. 2. Spectrophotometer, used for measuring the intensity of light in a sample. 3. Centrifuge, used to separate substances of different densities in a solution. 4. Bunsen burner, used for heating, sterilization, and combustion in experiments. 5. pH meter, used to measure the acidity or alkalinity of a solution. 6. Balancing scales, used to measure the mass of objects. 7. Fume hood, a ventilated enclosure used to work with volatile substances. Difference between apparatus and equipment. Apparatus usually refers to smaller individual tools or instruments that are used in conjunction with others to conduct experiments. Equipment typically refers to larger or more complex tools that may require significant setup and are often used for multiple purposes in various experiments. Conclusion. Both apparatus and equipment are crucial in the science teaching process. While apparatus helps in performing specific tasks and conducting small-scale experiments, equipment supports more comprehensive experiments that may involve complex or high-precision work. Both categories aid in improving student understanding through practical, hands-on learning. Teaching science with technology involves a dynamic approach that enhances the learning experience by integrating practical skills, theoretical knowledge, and critical thinking. Below are some effective strategies for teaching science and technology. 1. Interactive learning. Hands-on activities, encouraging students to engage in activities that require them to apply concepts in a tangible way. Examples: coding games in computer science, building simple robots for engineering, or creating small-scale chemistry experiments to understand molecular interactions. Lab experiments, Lab-based activities help students experience scientific principles firsthand. Examples: performing experiments to explore chemical reactions, physics experiments for motion and energy concepts, or studying biological processes like photosynthesis. Integration of technology, educational tools. Use digital tools that facilitate learning by providing virtual environments for students to experiment and visualize complex ideas. Examples: virtual labs, e.g., simulations for physics, coding platforms like Scratch for younger students, or Python IDEs for more advanced learners. Augmented and virtual reality, AR/VR, simulate real-life scenarios and environments to make abstract concepts more concrete. Example: exploring the human body or the solar system using VR, or visualizing molecules in 3D through AR. AI and machine learning, introducing students to AI concepts and showing how they apply to various fields from healthcare to robotics. Example: teaching how machine learning algorithms work or developing simple AI models using platforms like TensorFlow. Has 3. Project-based learning, interdisciplinary projects. PBL allows students to solve real-world problems by combining multiple disciplines, e.g., science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Example: students could design eco-friendly solutions such as solar panels, wind turbines, or energy-efficient devices. Collaborative problem solving, encourage teamwork and creative thinking to tackle open-ended challenges. Example: students working together on projects like building renewable energy prototypes or developing applications for community use. 4. Collaboration and peer learning. Group projects and hackathons. Foster teamwork by organizing group projects, competitions, and hackathons where students collaborate to build and innovate. Example: organizing coding competitions or group experiments in science labs to solve specific challenges. Collaborative coding and design allows students to work together on research, design, and coding tasks where they can share ideas, brainstorm, and solve complex problems collectively. Example: collaborative research on renewable energy or developing apps that serve a specific societal need. Use of online resources. Supplemental learning. Use digital platforms to enhance learning beyond the classroom. Example: Khan Academy, Coursera, and YouTube channels for supplementary lessons. MOOCs, massive open online courses for advanced topics and specialized fields. Virtual lectures, incorporate virtual lectures for hard-to-reach topics or for inviting experts in the field to give guest lectures. Example: using platforms like Zoom or Google Meet for guest speakers or virtual tours of scientific labs and institutions. Conclusion: the integration of technology into science teaching not only enhances the learning experience, but also prepares students for the technological advancements they will encounter in their careers. By using interactive tools, promoting collaboration, and providing access to online resources, educators can create engaging and effective learning environments for students in both objective type test versus subjective type test. An objective type test requires the examinee to select the correct answer from several options or to supply a word or two. The scoring is clear-cut and does not vary from one examiner to another. Characteristics of objective type test: pinpointed and clear. These tests are precise, with a single correct answer expected. Objective scoring: the scoring is uniform and not influenced by the evaluator's judgment, ensuring consistency in results. Examples of objective type tests: multiple choice questions, MCQ, true, false, matching, complete the sentence, fill in the blanks, identification. Advantages of objective type test: quick, easy, and accurate scoring. Due to its format, grading is fast and accurate. Variety of learning levels can assess a broad spectrum of knowledge and learning levels. Effective assessment: when constructed well, these tests can be very reliable in evaluating students' knowledge. Minimal writing requires less writing, saving time for students. Objectivity in scoring: the evaluation process is not influenced by personal bias. Disadvantages of objective type test: limited student expression. It restricts students' ability to elaborate or demonstrate a deeper understanding. Encourages guessing. Students may guess answers rather than demonstrating their understanding. Limited knowledge application. Tests only knowledge within the options given, limiting the scope of understanding tested. Lack of creativity. It is difficult to test creativity and complex problem-solving abilities. Subjective type test. A subjective type test is a form of assessment where the answers are more open-ended and can vary in response. The evaluation is based on the judgment of the evaluator, and there is no single correct answer. Characteristics of subjective type test. Judgment-based scoring. The evaluator decides the correctness and quality of the answer based on subjective criteria. More than one correct answer. There is often more than one valid answer or expression of the correct idea. Challenging and expensive to administer. These tests are more time-consuming to prepare, administer, and grade. Examples of subjective type tests. Long questions, essays, summaries, definitions, stories. Advantages of subjective type test. Opportunity to demonstrate knowledge in ways students can showcase their understanding and skills in different ways. Assess writing skills. Helps evaluate the student's ability to communicate and structure ideas effectively. Promotes critical thinking. Students must organize and present their thoughts logically. Minimizes guessing. As answers are more complex, students cannot rely on guessing. Disadvantages of subjective type test. Limited material coverage. The scope of assessment may be narrow due to time constraints. Time-consuming scoring. Grading is much slower and can take considerable time. Potential scoring subjectivity. Without a clear scoring key, the grading may vary depending on the evaluator's interpretation. Reliability issues. If not well constructed or evaluated properly, the test may lack reliability. Conclusion. Both objective and subjective tests have their respective advantages and disadvantages. While objective tests are quick, accurate, and easy to grade, they can limit students' ability to express their full understanding. On the other hand, subjective tests allow for deeper exploration of a student's knowledge and reasoning, but are more time-consuming and subject to subjective grading. The choice of test depends on the learning objectives and the skills being assessed. Introduction. Ensuring safety in the science lab. Ensuring safety in the science lab is paramount for both teachers and students. A safe environment allows students to experiment and learn without fear of accidents. Simple safety measures such as wearing safety goggles can prevent eye injuries from splashes, while gloves protect from chemical exposure. 2. Common laboratory mishaps, causes and consequences. Laboratory accidents can occur if precautions are not followed. Causes: carelessness, lack of proper training, or improper use of equipment. Examples: a student might mix chemicals without understanding their reactivity, resulting in dangerous reactions. Consequences: accidents can lead to minor burns, serious injuries, or damage to laboratory equipment. 3. Chemical spills and handling accidents. Chemical spills are a common hazard in the lab. Example: an acid spill on a table can damage surfaces or cause burns. Remedy: in the case of acid spills, immediately neutralize the acid with baking soda, clean the area, and wash it thoroughly. Proper handling of chemicals using tools like pipettes or measuring spoons is essential. NAF 4. Equipment malfunctions, prevention and response. Malfunctions of laboratory tools can disrupt experiments. Example: a leaking Bunsen burner or a broken microscope lens. Prevention: regularly inspect and maintain equipment before use to ensure proper functioning. Response: if equipment malfunctions, immediately stop the activity, inform the teacher, and clear the area to avoid further risks. 5. Burns and injuries, first aid essentials. Burns are a risk when handling hot materials or chemicals. Example: a minor burn from touching a hot beaker. First aid: if burned, rinse the affected area under cool water, apply a soothing ointment, and cover it with a clean bandage to avoid infection. Preventing contamination and exposure risks. Contamination can occur if lab tools are not handled correctly. Example: using a dirty test tube can lead to contamination or exposure to harmful bacteria. Prevention: ensure all tools are cleaned thoroughly before and after use, and avoid eating or drinking in the lab to reduce the risk of contamination. Best practices. Setting up a safe learning environment. A safe lab environment is built on good practices. Examples of best practices: label all chemicals clearly to avoid confusion. Demonstrate procedures to students before they begin experiments. Keep a well-stocked first aid kit and safety manual accessible at all times. Teaching students the importance of safety and encouraging responsibility ensures that they can work safely and confidently in the lab. Conclusion: learning from mistakes to build better practices. Accidents, though unfortunate, provide valuable learning experiences. After any mishap, it's essential to review what went wrong, discuss how safety could be improved, and ensure students understand how to avoid similar mistakes in the future. For instance, if a student forgets to follow safety rules, use the incident as a teaching moment to reinforce the importance of those rules for everyone's safety. This approach to teaching safety will help students develop an awareness of risks and how to avoid them, creating a safer and more effective learning environment in the science lab. 1. Introduction. The integration of information and communication technology (ICT) and e-resources has revolutionized teaching and learning, offering innovative ways to engage students, enhance understanding, and address diverse learning needs. 2. Role of ICT in the classroom. Interactive learning, smartboards, tablets, and interactive projectors foster hands-on experiences. Multimedia presentations make lessons engaging and memorable. Skill development. Students gain digital literacy, a critical 21st century skill. Personalized learning. Adaptive platforms like Khan Academy and Google Classroom adjust content to students' progress, enabling self-paced learning. Collaboration and communication. Tools such as Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and Google Meet support group discussions and remote learning. Access to resources. ICT opens doors to global educational content, including online courses, journals, and libraries. E-resources in the classroom. E-books and journals. Digital libraries provide access to textbooks and research materials. Multimedia content. Videos, animations, and simulations, e.g. YouTube, TED-Ed, simplify complex concepts. Learning management systems, LMS, platforms like Moodle and Blackboard streamline content organization and delivery. Gamified learning tools, apps like Quizzes and Duolingo make learning fun and interactive. 4. Benefits of ICT and e-resources. Enhances engagement and motivation. Encourages critical thinking and creativity. Bridges geographical and economic barriers to education. Prepares students for the digital age. 5. Challenges. Teacher training. Adequate training in ICT tools is essential. Over-reliance on technology may hinder the development of basic learning skills. 6. Conclusion. By effectively integrating ICT and e-resources, educators can transform traditional classrooms into dynamic learning environments that cater to the needs of the modern digital era. Introduction. Definition of a test. A systematic procedure for measuring a sample of behavior. 2. Importance of testing. Evaluates student learning, measures program effectiveness, informs instructional decisions. 3. Objectives of the presentation. Understand the principles of test design. Identify types of test items. Learn to construct a valid and reliable test. Principles of test design. 1. Validity. Measures what it is intended to measure. 2. Reliability. Provides consistent results over time. 3. Objectivity. Minimizes bias and ensures scoring fairness. 4. Practicality. Easy to administer, score, and interpret. Types of test items. 1. Multiple choice items. Measure knowledge or application through options. 2. Short answer items. Assess specific knowledge with concise responses. 3. Essay items. Evaluate critical thinking and ability to express ideas. 4. Performance tasks. Test practical or hands-on skills. For steps in test construction. 1. Define the purpose and scope. Clearly outline what the test will measure. 2. Identify the test format. Choose suitable types of test items. 3. Develop test items. Ensure test items are valid, reliable, and objective. 4. Pilot test and revise. Test with a small group and refine items as necessary. Validity and reliability. Types of validity. Face validity appears to measure the intended skill. Content validity covers the entire subject matter. Criterion validity predicts performance on related tasks. 2. Types of reliability. Test retest, consistent results over time. Inter-rater, consistent scoring by different evaluators. Internal consistency, items measure the same concept reliably. 3. Strategies to improve. Use a table of specifications, pilot test, and make revisions. VI, test administration and scoring. 1. Pre-administration procedures. Prepare test materials and inform students about the test format. 2. Administration procedures. Conduct the test in a controlled environment. Scoring procedures. Use a clear scoring rubric to ensure fairness and consistency. Conclusion. Effective test design ensures accurate evaluation of student learning. A well-designed test is valid, reliable, objective, and practical. Would you like assistance with slide design or additional points to enhance any section? Here's a refined and organized presentation outline for the topic. Radio and tape recorder. Radio and tape recorder, presented by Mohammed Arshad, submitted to Profestak Institute of Education. Introduction. Overview. Radios and tape recorders are audio devices used for entertainment, communication, and recording purposes. Purpose: to understand their functionality, types, and uses in daily life. 2. Radio. 1. Definition. A device that receives and plays audio signals transmitted over radio waves by broadcasting stations. 2. How it works. Transmission. Radio stations send audio signals as electromagnetic waves through antennas. Reception. The radio's receiver detects, decodes, and converts these waves into sound through speakers. 3. Types of radio. AM amplitude modulation, suitable for long distances, commonly used for talk shows and news. FM, frequency modulation, offers better sound quality, widely used for music broadcasts. 4. Uses of radio, listening to music, news, and weather updates, primary mode of mass communication before TV and the internet. 3. Tape recorder. 1. Definition, a device used to record and play back sound on magnetic tape. 2. How it works. Recording converts sound waves into electrical signals, magnetizing the tape in patterns corresponding to the audio. Playback. The magnetized tape passes over a playback head, converting patterns back into electrical signals and then into sound. 3. Types of tape recorders. Cassette tape recorders. Use compact cassettes for audio storage and playback. Reel-to-reel tape recorders. Use open reels of magnetic tape, popular before cassettes. 4. Uses of tape recorders. Recording speeches, music, and conversations. Playing pre-recorded music or audio programs. IV. Conclusion. Radio revolutionized mass communication and remains relevant for music and news. Tape recorder was a groundbreaking tool for recording and playback before the digital era. Significance. Both devices paved the way for modern audio technologies. Introduction to panel discussions. Definition. A structured conversation on a specific topic involving multiple experts or students. Purpose in science education. Explore scientific topics from diverse perspectives. Foster critical thinking and discussion skills. 2. Why use panel discussions in science? 1. Encourages critical thinking. Students learn to question and analyze information. 2. Builds communication skills. Enhances public speaking and active listening. 3. Engages students. Provides a more interactive experience than traditional lectures. Steps to set up a panel discussion. 1. Choose a topic. Select relevant science topics, e.g., climate change, genetic engineering. 2. Select panelists. Involve students, teachers, or guest experts. 3. Prepare questions. Design guiding questions to prompt discussion and debate. 4. For roles in a panel discussion. 1. Moderator. Leads the discussion, manages time, and ensures balanced participation. 2. Panelists. Share views and answer questions. Audience. Engages by listening, taking notes, and asking questions. V. Example topic. Topic. Should we invest more in space exploration? Panelist 1, advocates for the pros of space exploration. Panelist 2, highlights environmental concerns. Panelist 3, suggests alternative uses of funding. Audience question. How does space exploration impact the Earth? VI, tips for a successful panel discussion. 1. Encourage simple explanations. Explain complex concepts in an accessible way. 2. Use visuals. Enhance understanding with diagrams or slides. 3. Involve the audience. Facilitate engagement through questions and discussions. I. Introduction to seminars. Definition: a focused class or presentation often led by a single speaker or expert. Purpose in science education: delve into complex topics for in-depth understanding. How to use seminars in general science. 1. Choose a topic. Examples: renewable energy, ecosystems, or biotechnology. 2. Prepare a speaker or student presenter. Select someone knowledgeable on the topic. 3. Audience involvement. Encourage questions and discussions to deepen learning. 3. Benefits for students. 1. Panel discussions. Foster debate, teamwork, and critical listening skills. 2. Seminars. Provide detailed insights, strengthen research abilities, and enhance focus. Conclusion: both methods encourage interactive learning and make science education more dynamic. Panel discussions stimulate debate and teamwork. Seminars offer depth and focus on specific topics. Audio-visual aids. Introduction. Audio-visual AV materials enhance teaching and learning by making concepts more concrete, realistic, and engaging. They are sensory tools designed to motivate learners and clarify subject matter. Definitions. 1. Kinder S. James, devices that make learning experiences dynamic and realistic. 2. Burton, sensory objects that stimulate and reinforce learning. 3. Carter.Good, aid motivation, classification, and stimulation in learning. 4. Edgar Dale, multisensory devices aiding communication and teaching. Purposes: enrich teaching and make learning concrete, serve as instructional tools, stimulate interest and motivation, enhance effective teaching processes. Advantages: 1. Facilitates perceptual and conceptual learning. 2. Captures and sustains student attention. 3. Motivates and arouses curiosity. 4. Saves time and energy. 5. Provides realistic experiences. Characteristics of good AV aids: meaningful, accurate, and simple. Motivates learners. Easily portable and cost-effective. Up-to-date and suited to the intellectual level of students. Sources of AV aids: government, NGOs, educational institutions, commercial producers, etc. Classification of AV, I based on functionality. 1. Audio aids, radio, tape recorder. 2. Visual aids, charts, diagrams, 3D models. 3. Audio-visual aids, TV, films, projectors. 2. Based on complexity. 1. Simple AV aids, flashcards, charts. 2. Sophisticated AV aids, projectors, films. Projected AV aids, overhead projector OHP, projects transparencies for live teaching. Advantages: allows face-to-face interaction. Flexible and requires minimal preparation. Guidelines: keep screens visible and ensure appropriate lighting. Opaque projector, projects non-transparent materials like books or coins. Advantages: stimulates interest and aids retention. Disadvantages: costly and requires a dark room. Slide projector, displays images on 35mm slides. Advantages: portable, colorful, and easy to update. Film strips, series of still images for instructional sequences. Advantages: compact, cost-effective, and reusable. Had non-projected AV aids includes charts, diagrams, and maps. Types: narrative, flow, pie, and flip charts. Flashcards, set of pictured cards used sequentially. Advantages: useful for small groups and reviewing concepts. Disadvantages: prone to damage and time-consuming to prepare. Posters definition. Posters are graphic tools that convey quick, attention-grabbing messages, often accompanied by images or paintings. Purposes: motivating general audiences, creating aesthetic or atmospheric effects, communicating ideas leading to action, useful in classrooms and communities. Preparation and rules. Focus on a single-point message. Use bold, pleasing colors and clear fonts. Place posters where a large number of people can see them. Features of a good poster. Brevity and simplicity. Focus on a single relevant idea. Attractive color and design. Proper display with adequate lighting. Advantages: quick attention and message delivery. Can motivate action. Self-explanatory. Disadvantages: may lack detailed information, could lose attractiveness if displayed for too long. Graphs. Definition. Graphs are visual aids used to present statistical data and trends. Types. Pie graphs represent data in circle segments. Bar graphs represent data as bars, either vertical or horizontal. Line graphs show relationships over time, typically used for continuous data. Pictorial graphs use images to represent data, making it more visually engaging. Maps. Definition. Maps are graphic representations of geographical areas, often using symbols, lines, and colors to convey information. Types. Political, physical, relief, weather, population, tourist, road, railway, air, and sea route maps. Cartoons. Definition. Humorous illustrations used to convey messages subtly, often exaggerating features for comedic effect. Principles. High-quality drawings with recognizable symbols. Advantages. Makes lessons engaging and fun. Can inject fantasy and exaggeration for emphasis. Newspapers. Advantages. Reach a wide audience quickly. Can present information in simple, understandable language with visual elements. Disadvantages. Only useful for literate individuals. Can't offer detailed analysis due to space limitations. Comic strips. Definition. Series of illustrated frames that depict characters and events in a sequential manner. Uses. Fosters imagination, boosts courage, and stimulates involvement. Limitations. Can mislead children, hampering language development and academic focus. Models. Definition. Three-dimensional representations of real objects that help illustrate concepts. Types. Solid models, replicas of objects. Cutaway models show internal structures. Working models demonstrate functionality. Sand models, created from materials like sand or clay. Advantages make learning more interactive and concrete. Enhance understanding of complex concepts. Limitations can be time-consuming and require expertise to create. Specimens. Definition. Real objects or materials used for teaching. Advantages. Involve students actively in learning. Heighten engagement through sensory experiences. Exhibitions. Definition. Displays of student work or projects for an audience, often focusing on a central theme. Requisites. Thematic organization, proper lighting, and engaging presentations. Advantages. Encourages creativity, teamwork, and communication. Fosters a sense of accomplishment and community interaction. Disadvantages. Requires substantial time and preparation. Museums. Definition. Museums display collections of historical, artistic, scientific, and cultural artifacts for education. Setup. Requires sufficient space, collaboration with students, donations, labeling of items, and proper maintenance. Dioramas. Definition. Three-dimensional displays illustrating a central theme, often in a glass case with models and cutouts. Advantages. Enhances creativity, provides realistic depictions of things not easily brought to class. Disadvantages. Can be costly and require extensive preparation. Mock-ups. Definition. Scale models of structures or devices used for teaching or product testing. Advantages. Helps demonstrate functionality and design. Moulage. Definition. Plastic molds that replicate injuries or conditions for educational purposes. Process. Inexpensive, customizable, and reusable injury simulations. Definition. Manipulated figures used to act out stories for educational purposes, especially in languages and social sciences. Types. Marionettes, stick puppets, shadow puppets, hand puppets. Advantages. Engaging, motivational, easy to carry. Disadvantages. Requires coordination, preparation, and presentation skills. Display boards. Chalkboard. Traditional reusable surface for writing. Disadvantages include dust and potential respiratory issues. Flannel board. Uses felt to attach objects or characters for storytelling. Requires time and space for setup. Bulletin board. Displays notices, news, or educational materials. Less effective for illiterate groups. Pegboard and magnetic boards. Used to display items with ease. Auditory aids. Record players and tape recorders. Enhance lessons, teach pronunciation, or aid in language learning. Activity aids. Real-world learning experiences, though costly and time-consuming. Demonstrations. Hands-on teaching method that enhances understanding. Experiments. Encourage learning by doing, especially in science. Role play and performances that engage students actively in learning. These aids enhance teaching by providing interactive, engaging, and real-world learning experiences.